In this video, we examine the approach taken by EDHECinfra to forecast the cash flows and dividends of private infrastructure companies. We first need to collect a lot of historical data so we can better understand how the cash flows of infrastructure companies evolve over time. The collection and aggregation of historical data by EDHECinfra analysts gives us handmade revenue and debt service forecasts, built using in-depth company, sector, and country-level research. The EDHECinfra database contains large amounts of historical data over the life cycle of hundreds of infrastructure companies. We use it to find common factors that explain the level of cash flows in these firms. For example, the average free cash flow of private infrastructure companies can be decomposed into a range of factors like revenue, debt service, and various sector and business model control variables. This analysis tells us what path the free cash flow of infrastructure companies tends to follow on average over their life cycle. Then, for any individual company, we can split their actual cash flows between the effect of the common factors, which predict the average cash flow for this type of firm, and the difference between this average level and the actual cash flows, which is specific to each company. We can then forecast the part driven by common factors for each company, since we know their future revenues, debt service, and other characteristics, and forecast the company-specific part of the cash flows using a range of time series models and picking the one with the best fit for each company. Finally, the two parts of the forecast can be added back together. To predict a company's equity payouts, we use forecasts of the free cash flows and of the free cash flow retention rate. Future dividends are simply the expected free cash flow to equity, which is equal to the future free cash flow minus future debt service, times 1 minus the free cash flow to equity retention rate, which is the ratio of cash at bank and the free cash flow to equity. With this approach, we can create a consistent, firm-specific forecast of future dividends.